Well, Dad was a very active person before he got sick. He was a tennis player. In his earlier youth, he was a basketballer and also a boxer. But his great love in his later life was tennis, and he played that right up until a couple of years before he was sick.
At Adviceline Injury Lawyers, we've been helping people like Jack Henderson for over 30 years. Jack was like many of our clients. He was a qualified tradesperson and worked as a fitter and turner.
Dad had contacted me saying that he had this bad cold that he just couldn't get rid of. And I said to him, well look, you really should go to a doctor because he had it at this stage for over a month. And I said, you really should go to the doctor. He went to the doctor and the doctor referred him to a specialist.
Jack was struck down with the terrible asbestos disease, Mesothelioma. His case was complex because he had worked for a range of employers over many years and he'd also used asbestos in a home renovation. Cases like these are really tragic, and it's important as lawyers that we act as quickly as possible. Often that will involve us visiting the client in their home or in the hospital, and we can even record their evidence so that we can get their side of the story before they're too sick to be able to tell it. Most of the victims of asbestos disease are men who have been exposed to asbestos either at work or through home renovations. But we've also acted for a number of women who either have been exposed to asbestos while washing their husband's clothes that were filled with asbestos, or sometimes we've also acted for adults who had been exposed to asbestos as children. And those claims are all able to be made against either the employer or the supplier of asbestos, and we bring those claims as quickly as possible. It's really important for these victims of asbestos disease, who often don't have long to live, that we bring the claim as quickly as possible so they get a certain outcome in a time that works with them.
In the interest of not only the person who's got the disease, but also that you act immediately.
We do everything that we can to make sure these victims of asbestos get the compensation they deserve as quickly as possible, and it's a real honour to be able to help these people and their families get compensation to make a difference to them.
Right from the outset, he knew exactly what he was doing. He gave us the really good advice and got what we believe was the best outcome in the circumstances.